My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them. Yopo.
First was so it be 18 cities and now cost our you call go other fuel pumps now. I reflect it. It be the year juma. It be a phrase we implemented 2 cities now. One more at the Ivan 5 years no so. So we share na do 8 years, 5 years, 4 years, 4 years. Na acquire 5 years, 5 years. Maybe they firm kwa.
And right,
just briefly.
And I'm not obedient. Come say yenya mamu papa ntina ye kasa yenko 5 years. Na say uti anye no china bi konya kufu ado seswe. And you see every debate, you know, I think there are other side of it. Ye be to me I can't want them, but you see. Unse ye ha no ade ba kwa ye lucky ni say systems and structures any place. So leadership no is more about personality leadership instead of institutional leadership.
Okay.
Okwa America na no na make say omo no they don't need 5 years. Because the systems and the structures have been built in such a way say Donald Trump ba or no the machinery say the American economy running or more everything no you set the structure in place. Even when it comes to infrastructure they have a long-term plan, short-term plan, and then medium-term. Everything is structured. We are President Obama, you cannot impact it much. And we are American president, but be a woody unkui a foreign policy. Until Donald Trump
yeah.
Now I'm talking all can only here until now say young come to quite as a forum. By a hano. Yeah, you're more of a personality leadership because structures and institutions For instance, President Mahama free 2016. Look at hospital Akesia and near ma or one year. Aquabrane better so 8 years mass and money in a say yeah. Maybe sen 1 year can one everyone could complete his anima winning. Exactly. And Obin so say, what about Akufados Babra Babone and Corosinia 1 year can one could be yina. And there are other side of the conversation, but for me, we only go to about movie in anticipation, say we are voting for a better person. So if we are voting for a better person, say Nipa not spend 5 years. I'm not sure that there is any problem. If we can also go beyond the personality leadership and begin to make institutions work, structures and institutions are the machinery of economy. Education, their finance, everything. When it comes to police recruitment, and then as for no interference, the structure, everything. And the young president bar, or also Benya Daje, Ebia, also bet me a foreign policy, I counter quite then as a forum, so that the mercenaries will run. So for me, I think that is good. And the one thing I ever can parliament, I'm more capping 30, no, our more demographic representation, but I think for me is good because see, there are minority groups. 300. Yes. Yeah, there are minority group we are then or no nisika or the cost and this or mano. And youth, ebia, we have 2 people going to parliament. Ebia disabled people and people with disability. Ebia too. Yes. So these are demographic representation, but quite have to be decided. For me, it's good because bring it this inclusion. Obia sector
because disabled way say you rep for parliament just on you fund direct
exactly
yes unlike Nancy me who say a local government minister or assemblies be assemblies no disabled for fund
yeah partner watch will be your partner you see yes it's a good idea in as much as and a year capping no so a good because constituency no wint me we could that sorry and our buy we buy no a capital 275 na demographic 24 eba be kan 30 ya wie so for me I think
300 ya wie I think there's a na wie na me nko fa no we ni wie na me nko we ni so we dey be firm na me nko Mr. Kansi so
ade a e wo se nyina ye hu ni se obi bia wo abrabo yi mu a wa prepare ne ho so oba bibi no ohia emre dodo no de aye obi bia and this is to tell all political parties say you don't need to come before you tell us your plan. Sebi. John Mahama wa amemu friend say ahomegye mu no. Ye hunu nyoma na wo ye. COVID. John Mahama COVID bae. Obiti aban e wo ne nhihye mu. Eso no to opposition.
But so opposition dey an kan dey obetimi.
Dey bi enye se ne kan John Mahama onye se wo kan keke wu. Ono no opposition po o che nyoma cha aban. Me bo aka kire me John Mahama ono afa nyoma egu ni nsem se no de kochiche o che nyoma cha aban Obusa budget or the church annual mano. Anyhow, because of na many yentinipa donated to that course now. Na tell their banya and he made sure say na ni nua Ibrahim Krampo ni mo check COVID time aban chebi. Ensure yirifa ye nua no voter region. Ni any opposition.
Na mo opposition.
Gabia sa otida ko nya kufa do nua no. Sika o mu wi aya no o te se Joma ma nua Ibrahim Mahama wa ba aban de ne sa be bo aban futu bi mu da.
Yes ka.
PDS ka ho. So we sika. Esewa na na ma.
Sika you are inviting. What
are you talking about? And you are inviting into a risk. And me now me ko me prepared now this can be no wi aya. For your kramfo. We are me prepared sika.
Listo we sika.
And you montina ho. Obi wi sika. Akufo do kro nya kramfo.
We sika.
Na PDS one ete ye. Oh, you can't say mom you can't. Because say your mom tifi omo hwe no okotua prepaid na say ye dey prepaid na ye ECG hwe energy minister look at how he has managed the energy sector and na turn na komo koton is 12 million say 22 million no say turn na nyamfaso efaso na turn nya so aban fa ka pre bank owura to na nya kronfo na bedi yeso na hefo na bedi yeso ade na mpesa obeka anasa wo ti kronfo wo obi akowia mobile phone dia o kronfo
de ye say ya che no enti ye prosecute no
where ya che no o wi me prepare ska me mate na wo say me che no
way
na prepare ska no na afa PDS ni Ghana ha PDS ansi
e wo Ghana but Listowel say nipa na ye bone a enka wo stand
enti de onu wi mobile phone no e what okay court be na so e kronfo that na we PDS can send bottom na say want say be na for afra o mo e do makogina ho a ye toto o ma no ya kwa ya obetro letter me nka premo ya to ya kronfo until say be prove ni say onya kronfo no ya kronfo the law no it always has another side here so because unless you are innocent until you are proven guilty you are also guilty until you prove yourself innocent. That is the meaning and that's the logic. Etimaminka because they stole PDS ECJ ya hwedia ECJ ku for the papa na dija no e kan ajapade na ka hotel na o mkoton no ho e ka ho enya jana for dia na wo fa kwati kwan so the PDS koma unua ne ayesu baba ono na e 40% e na ku for do nua bomti enya kronfo na ebebu man a me kan wo pesa otuma no si aya kronfo na de yadim yanka ni pan do ma ama ya meka ente ku for do pani no aya me yanka na nkola hu se kro no we fa mu man
Listo enkrata ben da baby e kire se Akufo ado ye kromfo na Akufo ado wie na Akufo ado
enti won wie ska o de gina ho a na me kwa Mary kura so de anka Akufo do ahwanka na onidi a Mary ye kwakọ to ye na don't let's go there because o man fo ne ebu afu ne efra bonten ba Joma ba ye ya otwetwe na asen kakra obeti akromfo ya antimi am ye hu se atari general wo che
kromfo onya kromfo
wo ye kromfo na obi wi mobile phone na ya jai na court nka so ye kromfo ansa na waka so ye kromfo na ya pa julo ye no no ye hwan o pa julo ye wo hu se court aka so ye kromfo court nka so ye kromfo enso wo fi kujulo ye ada no de wo kwa akọche no aya ten na court nka so ye kromfo na wo wi akọche no wo ye kromfo and me can pain and I careless because we are when you're comfort or my padi on fan cotton. So then I'm back to the point.
Why my
you see baby I hear corner as a minor. We have every reason to believe say o man for no ye nim nyansa wonim dia ya adwene ya adwuma because obi aba ko school enti san na da se bua kwan so se me fa ha me sene ha me pese me ma o manfo na adwene yesa me de ma wia nso me de bekọ ene sa ne ma no nana ma hwe baby a yaduru no when the street gets to a point where they believe say they can have quality leadership when the streets because they are getting wiser by the day and obi abako school obi abani abie obi abani ate when we get there my way a be ungovernable. Intimesre.
Okay.
Say, and say no. Yeah, ni so say democracy. Wo bia ye. Me suma ba me ye. Na ekwaye say, okay, we mu de we upper class, ye nka o masem. We mu de o mu ye say ye nka o masem.
To for no sima me why.
Na the jina baby ye jina no said ye mu ma akoya say 4 years is not enough. Obi ba be di 5 years. Enfie nwotwe sika wo mo ye ntimi nia no. Enfie nwotwe o. They cannot account for 10% of the monies they have accrued. That's why my anger stems from. Because if you have been given that 54 billion, 54 billion. Ekufodo, when you are more than 600 and something billion, meboa. Again, now to me who say Ekufodo or the aye kwine or the aye way or the school. Again, now do
me who be brave. Mr. Kansi. Again,
wo Kumasi a wo kroma, obetumi a tell me say, bibi wo Kumasi a tese kejeti a Ekufodo ne sie. Again, tese Kumewu hospital Ekufodo ne sie, Severe hospital. And now say impo your friend is saying formula.
Okay. Me that's it.
Ana ekuro your friend is saying baby I see 37 military hospital back on away.
Your friend say.
Again, wo Kumasi keke. Your friend bibi financial decentralization. So who divided that money no?
Okay, so my okay.
Uf aferi. Who divided that sikana omo je no within that 8 years no? Amongst the regions, the 16 regions, do you know how much every region will get?
We have been saying.
John Mahama time now 54 billion. Divide it among 16 regions. Divide the Kufado Diana amongst 600 and something billion no, amongst 16 regions.
Okay.
That is why.
Mr. Kansi, Mr. Kansi,
we are not angry enough. So whenever I'm making that point of stealing, they have stolen.
What can I say? Man, me that was me the mingo debate.
Okay, fano na de no ato because of your
yes, my for 2 minutes being found.
Now we are not de no ato.
Say amembo no ohwe ni ye. Na we we ka to wasuma tie ni ye na dwene ho kakra. Won say bi mu enyampa.
Okay.
I would never support say enya 5 years.
Okay.
Yes. Na baby ameti onungwa no na fita for we next do ogbon say nkofo be say 5 6 no mu pianka na ka no nko. Say obi aye na dwen so mpia bi. Enti enye how long and how the numbers capacity na be kire say ka na beko. Oba de ye ken ya utie amambu na you see you need more people. President Mwaka kire say ohia more than 100 ministers.
Because adwuma no so.
Because adwuma no so. So when the 100 ne ye ma yen 120 something bi omo ye ene yete so eba 60 no crap no bi efi so 56 na ohe sa numbers na ye ken ya na ohe awon adwuma omo ya ene yenye bi ye ka wa ha na
in a short space
and the mesrewo memo bia medada me say ye the 1 year ne be ka ho a ma me mate ase me ntum ni I say ye pa say strong institutions.
Okay.
Before Obama beba kuma be catch this asem no. Now you are running as a candidate say we should build systems such that even if Satan this time you abema ka say who say chrono ne dream in say chrono for crap ke mass institutions here stronger chrono no crap won't mean den oh moyen and into the things you have to do here cut down expenditure. How difficult? So we are nation, we are company, we are individual. Abrabon edo ko intentem no na na ekododo a obeti won so obi did it 2 times a day and yes o check in the body weight bia o bottom no enko a no amachi by the bottom no cut down expenditure fight wastage say stagnancy hospitals bi wa yen wie na so we agenda 111 that one alone shows your low thinking any day confirm professor Simba church from say you can't leave La General Hospital police hospital and other projects in Kumasi, our second largest city, and tell me you are doing agenda 111. And why not to say doing a form? Our problem, majority of our problem is a thinking problem. The next one is to have a strong national development plan. We also have a national plan. Or your national plan being with Kumasi. If you don't have a plan, once you have failed to plan, you are planning to fail. And then what is our development plan? Can political parties be trained on manifesto? If it's our development plan, ebi sa anywhere in a committee ayeko we say on pay and also one other problem.
So development plan, I quite remember said President Mahama Beso.
What they change the no mami. The Ghana National Development Plan I use this year. Chairman, they
but another no bogu ya plan.
To expand your economy, over here agric, tourism, any construction. These 3 areas, there are high and low reports that just say, make sure you connect your curriculum to your industries and your industries to your raw materials. Men fa koko egu bottom enfa ko mobi no create adwuma wo adwuma ni wia no asan ton abaha ama oba benya chocolate di. Finally, no cut waste. Don't let people steal you. Corruption. Anti Professor B and Ranopa, my sister stations will interview me about Chinese and I'm saying reduce your dependency. That's the most important thing. But then we should also make sure say, we should build against corruption. Sala Papa no so can ask him go really. He says we should build a character. Subain against intelligence. Don't want to educate you on so what did we benefit? That is the problem. Now, you said na asemia okay.
And we'll be out 3 minutes.
Quick. It is legal procedures and constitutionally backed actions against emotions. We say the optics. What is the optics? You can't law. What
even though crime was committed.
How did you detect that crime was committed? You only detect that crime is committed when you prosecute.
Okay.
Say, me bao, me depend mao, o fire, and the who be. When you detect that one, say, you are prosecuting with rules and regulations. Say, okay. Baby did that's say, oh, me de my way. We so be atum say wan je atum krapo wo de wadwen fa ho saa okọ de o se mi ko ni fie mi ko didi ye zara no ko ma no aduane na so yi bi afim no hu say no nukre no he nukre twifo mu ka se bi e me de pa me dan beni so saa de no de bia me fa say nukre ba ko nukre timi nye me nu
oni nua nso
debi ba ko say ba ko pe wo wia wan wia ena wo de tesa en kra. You can bully me, but you will not me. I'm a mesro say, oh fire. I call a crowd in the TV. Who say, oh, come on, police from where investigation, where you want. Santa Mubisa and Kola. I call a bed in pass up, Rabbi Chantro, and Crowley Chantro. And so, who said there, say, or because I say, Sir, woman, I'm going to go to a judge back on the Nino. I said, my name is Cry, can't be a say, Mamma, or didn't such as a go to Cano. Oh, by ya, what could Dick and Anubium? Would the Anubia, what could ya?
Yes, you got your talk, cast ne money buy. Cast and yes, you won't go to or that money by but one ye payments. And I may say, Saka and I had be said once I'll be do Kumano. And see, while that man about who could the Anu day? Who can Friata? And Stiviamo Mucho, Mokaki can sem, and Susana. Ye ke nyina no musa ko di anobium na me makaka say bre phone o say 1000 Ghana me say fabra na yento na Listowel abeji post na o say o ka say o beto no 900 o beto no 1002 na me ni hobi na mo di anobium a mo fa say krata so no krapo crime say mo di anu kwa de a crime e na wasa ko tua wako the next step of paying and so they wa commit ho ama akotua wi a afi Okoche Jeff now no share say na Listowel debt. Na Listowel. Debt. Ah. Na who say when to ya judgment debt.
When you have found fraud.
How
do you pay judgment debt when you have found fraud? You claim it's for fraud.
Said na man no tro e ko judge back n'anim no. Omo ye no prepare so o say wo adwenbone mo bi a.
Okay.
Nyame be yiwa ma sa nyama we bi say na di yiwa ma.
Okay.
Now de ko ya se si ahwem nyina a judge for biensa no. Omo say nyama na o de ba ye no mo hwe so a ye mfa mbu ni pattern. Na obi su bi say asade na say na odin adwane ye. Na me bi say omo say chachu chikata we ndwane no. Ekosi sen. Chachu chikata we ndwane o. Oba ye. Eda na se niko si sen abra omanpeyin kufo kan se wa ma no o de fache bia ma no se on pe ene funfun e kankan on pe ampala me offer sika takoye no otimi uhuru ne nsa
okay
enti obi so
me time kwa Ivan brem mami.
Yeah, I think on this particular matter you saw the reaction on social media.
Yeah.
A lot of us were very
politically it was some sort of invoking negative motions and passions, because now we have my take your course on ourselves to fight against corruption. Now my jelly will be now after 1 week you say ubi nkofia, that negative sentiment will definitely come. But now na me catch will be say obi any who are objective I'm quite fast judgment we are kind obi we no obeka say sabi politically motivated, and say who abufuo or any anger bia na you take it directly to nipa na omo yes
Attorney General
omo yeah
department,
because you see me catch will be say oh yeah prosecution any we offense a serious prosecutor bien who have such charges more than 70 and 50 they go be so
78, because
in a criminal trial no you need to prove each and every count beyond reasonable doubt, and it's in nyansa ense nim say count ni nyina no carry the same penalty is almost the same, and it's what you convicting the pan nyina kra na enam say criminal trial punishment na run concurrently, you know 10 years 10 years ko won to me dey I 40 years old but Adam say 2020 na run concurrently, and the 78 charges ni nyina say wo chi nipa no ho nyina kra na the maximum sentence could be just 10 years and was spent until nyansa be anim say we waste time, but akwaya chacha prosecution menya sure say ade we be fa enti ma menya ne bebere we yamfa we be fa and oh yeah so we no we yamfa we be fa na we wie no na defense na say ekwa bia mu no enye solid.
Okay, because
for instance you say Maslog Emma loans to a bank or Batampa bank and no more issue check. I'll go through documents BBI transfers Canada come out. According to them, they didn't agree on interest rate in the first place, and then you didn't agree on your interest rate from Bank of Ghana and interest rate bank. And I'm also one see on Fasikana back. And according to manager now, no some my friend say uncle cash and on Fanciano. Now we are manager now with the Nyansa Nasa being Wotima. Bank adwuma na moyo institution to institution dey na beba ama won so kwabrane jojontie wako bank akwa yi sika gu kam so we be
so chairman
na wonim nyansa wo tima nka ba
sa wo dey ba office wo mpo sa dey share me baby filling station
ko ye no wo na wo se wo ko ye no dis kan ma nipa no wanje receipt na wo ko ye 2 weeks after na mo kai say eh asamba ye be dey na receipt, and then they followed up and they say omo chro acknowledgement letter and the secretary dey show them na dey ko ye India okoye na nipa no mbaji sika no mienu hu nyansa ye photocopy of acknowledgement letter no de aka no koma ya first oba tampafo asemba ye monkofa letter no mra original letter and the photocopy and no rely on and no de call yoko na yoko de ye investigation nyina wie ba judge na adwuma bone oye ye ne say you can say documents oko ye fence ye evidence act me wom kwan some of these official documents even photocopy admissible in court proceedings, but sa ne man be kire say letter na mo de abasa receipt our reference number and this way for the na ira kwa na commercial gon kratam na ko reference number na ko tracy say be ya ubenya some will be their back because ma me no in her with omo in the statement you know or say signature na nya de. And it's a signature and then why we are prosecutor and need to prove beyond every reasonable doubt. You need to go and pull that reference letter from Maslog documents to come and prove. Judge not to say, and I'm saying only how better to know. I found her guilty. I'm crossing really. We were having. And I chacha and the end of Moko, and we are Ghana, you know, Wofua. A mabumfu politics the obubefu but kope krata na kan na wo kan krata no wi a wan kasa obubefu judge no tena asem no so no one governor da me problem ni say na sa judge betimi atena ase atwitwa ase ye de ahane ama ase do na wabere na ububu ni kom efa sa nyansa kwa we do obi koto prison then how many people no mako prison through the same way no it's something that we need to pay attention to say because me I doubt sa ruling way ma me na troye. Na so on na tro ya because we kind judgment ni nyina 3 judges ni nyina were virtually exposing the bad job that she did, and I think that is really bad.
I've called for the judge your friend Justice Efia Sewa Asare Bochi yeah I was here Yinedi
Okay, on the ruling.
She does not deserve to be at the bench.
The General Legal Council must.
I was here, the General Legal Council, where Obetimia connive with politicians to imprison and persecute, not prosecute.
Quick one, do you know, sir, the judgment, and that's bad 3 or 4, you're setting aside.
Yes, because when you be a Kufa do no born a pa. Mind you, this is the Godfrey Damia, no, need Japan yet connive and say, said that brand, my fan, Namin fat to force in two.
Son of the
opinion said, and these are the judges, any question what system, the jurisprudence. It may have called for her head. See any because winning. The big beer or Mukafa judges, the ruling who beer say, or Bonitrim Posso, they said the number 2, Abra said Namonia Boni beer. Now, see where we are, share in law.
Prove
Stealing. Do you know what constitutes stealing? Aya niema miensa eniema de edikan de edikan se wo appropriation se ade no Ivan dia mafa e wo se ebedi mi ho ade ni ho wo so se wo na kotum for 10 years ade ni ho obi so na betu eska no enti wo judge no e school be na akoye
okay
who certificate say ku father na if you have certificate you won't do this
okay
it is, he doesn't qualify. She's a square peg in a round hole and I was here in a D they told me you say I was dishonest. Where is the dishonesty? You need to prove beyond all reasonable doubt. And the last thing is the intense. So our intention is obey a bonena. Then what in your ruling, I dare you say the person is innocent and yet innocent until the person is proved guilty. And yes, sir. Nipano, who say what no moment says or no guilty.
How?
How?
Nana
my crown call law school, you don't contract on your baby up as any.
Okay.
Shiny panel, see in a 10. These are the square pegs that could follow the Kogu round.
Okay.
Yeah, Godfrey Damino, no more canana. Now, who are file it? Case. I feel you once I will see him.
Okay.
From Attorney General Godfrey Dami.
Okay.
So you see the shoddy work. I don't think I'll call UK lose 74 million pounds. No. Obaga and Harmonia, and local champion.
Medasi.
What's the MPP lawyer behind him law?